Let's welcome Danny Mayans.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
I love the skull, Dia de los Muertos, huh?
Yes, so that's one of our sort of identifying characteristics of the brand is the sugar skull.
The sugar skull.
I'm going to throw the same question to you. Since this is literally your life, do you think restaurants should offer free salsa?
So I grew up in West Texas eating chips and salsa all my life.
Where are you from?
Odessa.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
So,
I was a reporter in Amarillo, so yep.
Okay, yeah. Good Texas connection. Yeah. So I'd never heard of anyone charging for chips and salsa until I moved to New York City. So I definitely do not think you should do that.
Wow, we have an anti-charging for chips
Yep.
and salsa. So this is interesting because it offers both in the box.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I'm here today is to promote the new product. It is a chips and salsa combo pack. If you guys want to take one, take a look at it.
Okay.
So if you open it up, it has a 3-ounce
I'm
bag
going to eat again.
It's got a 3-ounce bag of tortilla chips.
Okay.
And then underneath, we've got a nice little handy 4-ounce cup of salsa.
Wow.
So it's like a grab-and-go snack.
Look
Oh,
at
cool.
that.
Oh, cool. Can I have this?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. You talk, I'm going to eat it.
Yeah, I can talk. So how'd you get the idea to start this? What's your background?
So, like I mentioned, I'm from West Texas, grew up eating Mexican food and chips and salsa all my life. And I found myself living abroad in Paris, of all places, where they make absolutely no good salsas. So, after going a few months without eating any Mexican food, I got on the phone, got some...
There's a Chipotle in whatchamacallit, Le Marais.
So this was back in 2011. I think
Okay.
it was before Chipotle made their
recently opened
debut. So I started making some family recipes, just kind of doing it at home while I was in France, and then over the course of the next 3-4 years, while I was living abroad, I guess perfected one of my recipes and moved back to New York, and I quickly wanted to get my social network up and running again. So I'd have dinner parties and barbecues, and I'd always serve my salsa. And so people would ask me where they could buy it. And after hearing that so many times, I thought, why not give this a shot, throw my hat into the ring, and I started the business.
Did you have a background in entrepreneurship?
No, I didn't. So I actually used to be an attorney here in New York, and I did investment banking, and just kind of
wandered into this?
Right.
yeah, kind of fell into my lap. So
Are you doing this full time now?
I am. So
Wow.
I've been doing this full time for about 3 years. We're in about 2,500 stores all in all, and we're just launching into our 3rd country. So we're in the U.S., Australia, and we're going to be launching into Canada soon.
Wow.
Yeah. I feel salsa is widely accepted in the U.S. It's like a staple in many restaurants. In Australia, I'm not really sure. I've been to Australia, but I've never seen, I mean, I didn't look for it, but I didn't see any
I'm sure they don't have a lot of
good
options,
Mexican restaurants in Australia.
So it's actually like Mexican food globally is becoming more and more of a trend. When I was in Australia this past September, I actually ate at maybe 2 or 3 different Mexican restaurants. Their concept of salsa is much different than ours. They like it really, really chunky with almost no liquid.
Okay.
So
What?
yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Strange.
So people have become more aware of what's in their food, right? So is that something that you considered when, figuring out what you were going to put in your salsa?
Absolutely. So Salsa God, all of our products are non-GMO project verified, meaning that there's no artificial ingredients, no preservatives.
In the corn?
So yeah, we use non-GMO corn.
That's really hard in the
Yeah,
U.S.
it's really hard.
Yeah, there's not a lot of suppliers that do that.
There's not. It has a bit of a cost, but we prefer, to have everything sort of like a clean ingredient list. So we also use lime juice instead of vinegar to give it a fresher flavor, but we definitely looked at our ingredients.
That's how they do it in Mexico, though. Lime juice instead
Yes.
of vinegar. Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Absolutely.
Have you thought of doing blue chips? Because that would be such a good marketing gimmick. Blue chips, black chips. People don't realize that corn comes in every color.
It absolutely does. Yeah, no, we've thought about it. It's just all about how it looks after a couple months in the bag. It still holds that color if it starts to fade.
So the white corn does the best?
Yes.
Yeah. So have you been to Mexico? I'm a big Mexico traveler. I've been all over. The cuisines change widely. People don't understand that. Mexico, like Peru, in the Americas, are both culinary powerhouses.
Right.
There's a lot to draw from here.
Absolutely. No, so I've been to Mexico, 50, 100 times.
Okay.
My father's from Mexico City, so when I was growing up, we'd go there at least. We'd go to Mexico City, we'd go to Guadalajara, we'd go to Cancun. We go all over the country, probably once or twice a year, so I've been there, 50, 100 times.
Oh, wow. And is that where you got really the tradition in your family of eating Mexican food? Is your father's family?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. That and living in Texas, where every other restaurant is Mexican.
Yeah, it's really good Mexican, actually.
It is.
This is delicious.
Thank you.
Are you thinking about something else like guacamole or?
So the next thing that we're going to get into is we're going to be launching a fresh line of salsa. So that's something that we're excited about.
And what does that involve? You can't put any preservatives in it then?
No, so instead of it, this is heat pasteurized. It's cooked up to about 200 degrees before you jar it, so it kills all the bacteria. Fresh salsa, you don't heat process it. You just make sure that it has a low enough pH, and then you put it in the refrigerator, and it should last for 2 to 3 months.
Okay, so is that the one that I see in the glass jars? Like Tostitos or whatever?
No. So these would be found in the refrigerated section. It wouldn't be just on the shelf.
Got it. Okay. And does it taste radically different?
It tastes so much fresher.
Really?
It really does. Yes.
But then it'd be harder to include the chips, so that would be a standalone, right?
Yes.
Correct. So what's your target market for this? This is a snack, basically?
Snack. So basically anyone who likes Mexican food. It can be for, moms if they want to grab some and put them in their kids' lunch. If you're out on the road, need a full snack. It's almost like a meal replacement snack. Instead of just getting chips, you get chips and salsa.
So, as an entrepreneurship, tell us, what's it been like? Hard?
To get into all those stores, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's been a struggle, I've been at it for 3 years. I travel quite a bit, do food trade shows. I was actually recently just in Peru and Chile trying to get some export sales down there, and I'm heading to Germany soon, next week. So, yeah.
These are all massive markets.
They are, yes. And like you said, Peru has such a great culinary scene down there that they really took to the salsa, and I hope to make that my fourth country.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm always curious because when you build, for example, a tech product, hypothetically, it's pretty standard. Mm-hmm. Sure, different people got different needs, but overall it's easier to design. You just ask people what they want. For food, anything you cook in a restaurant, anything you pack in a snack box, everybody is so different. Like somebody may like this, somebody may hate this, just because one person says this is delicious, the other person may say, oh, it's so blasé.
Yeah, it's very
How do you make more people happy with something like this?
So, good question. One thing that I do is I never liked onions, so except for this one, most of my salsas do not have onions. And then I have a range of different flavors. So I have salsa verde in both medium and hot. I'm just releasing a new salsa called sriracha salsa.
That's big. Yeah, that's more of an Asian flavor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we just, use different flavors, different ingredients, different types, different heat levels to sort of like reach as many people as we can. And there's always going to be people that just won't like it. They have their own favorite brand or their own preferences, but, try to appeal to as many people as possible.
Okay, so you just do it through variety. Take your pick.
Through variety and also like what I like.
Okay. Yeah.
What does this retail for in a big city?
So hoping to do $3.99 at the tops.
Okay.
Right now it's at the Hilton Hotel here in Midtown in New York, and it's priced at $6.99.
Well,
but that's
a hotel.
That's the mini bar. That's actually pretty cheap for the mini bar.
Yeah, for a mini bar.
Actually, that's
we saw an $18 bottle of water in Vegas.
I think it was 19.
Yeah, something
when we
like
were out
ridiculous.
There, so I wouldn't feel too bad about the $6.99. So it's quite a range, but on average $3.99.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, that's pretty. Do you sell bigger ones?
No, just that right now.
I think it's a good size.
We're going to be launching into full-size tortilla chips soon.
Yeah.
And then you have one supplier for this, and another one for this, and then you have to put them together, right? Yes. There's a little bit of a logistics of doing the box, because the box is also very innovative as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
See, guys, this is entrepreneurship.
Yeah, I'm sure you spend nights and nights and nights thinking about the colors and the font, and I'm sure you...
So, and putting it all together, so a story for you. When I was launching the product for the Summer Fancy Food Show, I was flying out to Vegas to help the tortilla chip manufacturer assemble the kit with the salsa cup and put it all together. And on my flight, on my way to Las Vegas, I get an email from my third-party logistics transportation company saying that the salsa cups have been misdirected to my apartment in New York. So...
They showed up here?
They showed up here. So I had to put together 4,000 of those things myself for the launch at the Summer Fancy Food Show. That's entrepreneurship there.
And how'd you get them there?
How did I get them there? So it's here in New York, so I just had the tortilla chips shipped here, and then at my storage unit, me and my brother put together 4,000 of these things.
By hand.
Yeah. A lot of fun.
So now you have an appreciation for how your product is put together.
Absolutely.
Yeah, literally.
Any advice for entrepreneurs who are just starting?
I guess first thing is just make sure you know what you're getting into. And another thing is try, if you're raising funds, I'd say to sort of have a hard stop. You don't always want to be raising funds because that can take away from your actually operating and running the company.
That's really good advice.
Really
Danny.
good advice, and don't mind to get your hands dirty.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I hear a lot of stories like that. If something goes wrong, you have to do everything in your apartment overnight because you have a deadline, because you have to get this out. And people who buy your products, frankly, don't care how you put it together. They just care, oh, this looks nice together and it tastes good. So congratulations to you.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
Danny. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.